I feel like I'm going to be all over the place for this one. I have my notes, but we'll see if, yeah, I don't know. I feel like I'm just gonna ramble and talk, and I have like a million thoughts going through my head, and whew. Ready, guys? Ready for this? If you have been following my blogging journey, you know that it's been a lot like this. Like some days I'm like super pumped and know exactly what I need to do and just feeling it. And some days I'm like, how am I ever going to make this work? And by work, I mean have a good looking website that is being found organically and is ultimately making me money. Like that's what I want to do with this blog. And I feel like I'm finally opening up to that and like saying that. Because like I've talked to Scott about it and like I've known that. That was never the core purpose or why I started, but like this is kind of what it's evolved into because I want this to be the lifestyle for Scott and I. I want this to be an income for us and something that makes us money and gives us the freedom to travel and try new things and not have to do the 9 to 5. You guys know this, but just getting more comfortable saying that has been, I mean, just a process in itself. I think there's this stigma with the online world of wanting to make money and being successful and hustling, and I haven't quite figured it out. I haven't quite figured out how to like own it, but it is something that I know people have been successful with, and like I want to find a way to do that. So just trying to come on camera and confidently like say that even though I don't know the whole process. I'm just like looking who's driving by and the reflections over here for back there. Sorry. There's a book that I read last year. It's called You Are a Badass at Making Money by Jen Sincero, and it's more about the mindset behind making money. And so that's just something I've been working on since I read it, is just owning that fact, you know, like saying that out loud. So that being said, I feel like that is the basis of this. Like making and building a blog that makes money. Yes, the core of it I want to share and help others grow, and for my hobby blog that I also want to monetize, like I want to share our lifestyle and our tips and tricks and just things we learn along the way. But currently I am not making a income with blogging. I am making some money here and there, but like this is kind of the point where things need to change, and like that's the path that I'm on. That's what I'm going for. So I finally like dove in. I was like, you know what, I'm doing this. Here's the week. I needed to kind of just like clear my headspace and literally just make time to do the research and go. There are so many options out there. There are so many people doing so many different things and saying things and suggesting things. And it has been a week of like I can feel it. I don't know how to say this without sounding very dramatic because there are so many more important things happening in the world. But again, this is my life, and this is why I want to make these videos, is to just record this and to share these feelings with you if you're feeling this way as well, because I don't see a lot of bloggers talking about just talking. Not talking just to talk, but also just talking about like feelings and actually doing it. And that's why I created those 2 videos, day 1 and day 2, because you know, it took me hours to do some very simple things. Some of it was my fault, some of it was just like learning and researching, but I don't know, this journey isn't just like here, let me see on camera. It's not just like, you know, linear, I guess. It's kind of like 2 steps forward, 1 step back, 1 step to the side, pivot a little, and just like learning as you go and growing as you go. So I feel like this past week of building the blog has just been so up and down. I've been very emotional. I've been very crabby with Scott. Sorry, Scott. He probably won't watch this, but oh man, it just like, I just want to do it right. You know, I keep talking about it and I just want to do it right. And I think part of that also then feeds into my insecurities of like feeling like a fraud, because I want to help you guys start and grow your blog and share my journey doing that. But like, if I haven't grown and monetized my blog like completely yet, like how can I claim to help you? Now I do know the strategies and some of the basic core elements that every blogger has to deal with, you know, coming up with content, researching content, learning how to write, putting yourself out there, promoting. I use Instagram and Pinterest and diving into SEO now and building an email list, like all of those things. I actually understand them and have systems for them, but the technical side, the building the website and having a blog that I'm excited about, like, oof, there's just like this disconnect. And I think this is why I wanted to do this video, is to talk about this idea that I heard recently, and it's called productive procrastination, and that has 100% been me. I can't remember where I heard it, if it was a podcast, if it was an email I read, maybe on Instagram, I don't know. But the idea is that productive procrastination is still productive. It still helps in some small way, but it's procrastination at its core. So what this could look like is posting to Instagram instead of building a sales funnel. Because posting to Instagram brings that instant satisfaction. You know, you get likes and comments and people messaging you, and you can literally like ping, 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 like feel that, and you get, you know, built up. You get energized from that. It feels good. But like what you should be doing for the long term of your business is building a sales funnel that brings in money, that serves your audience, that helps your readers. But you know, that isn't fun. Like learning about that, creating that system, and then like launching it, like that's scary. It takes work, and you know, it's not that instant satisfaction that you get with the Instagram post. It's called productive procrastination for a reason. And that, when I heard that, I was like, somebody has seen me these last few months. Like somebody has just been watching, like that is me. It's so easy to make yourself busy, you know, creating an Instagram plan, learning Pinterest, making these videos. Not that the videos are productive procrastination, because it is part of like the business plan and what I want to do with the future of all this. But I spend a lot of time researching the videos I want to make. One, because I think that, you know, research is good, but then sometimes I just like dive down the rabbit hole because it feels like I'm planning my videos out, but really I just kind of take a deep dive into YouTube and like what I could do, because of course you can do it all, but you shouldn't do it all. Productive procrastination. I feel like that just sums up my journey thus far with blogging. And basically I just wanted to share this with you. I do have a plan to combat this and to kind of turn things around and to start building those sales funnels that are going to make money for me and my family, and that are going to help the blog grow in the long run. But I just want to share this if maybe you felt this too, because it's so easy to like hear about blogging and think of, you know, Instagram and being an influencer. Kind of when I hear blogging nowadays, I think of influencer, and there's so many different ways that you can blog. But I just want to encourage you to put in the work that matters, to write content and to serve your audience. You can do all the things, Pinterest and Instagram and SEO and so on. But, you know, ultimately, if you can do less work and have more results, like, isn't that what we all want? It gives you more time and freedom to do other things, especially if you are making an income with your blog. And I hesitate to say this, and I think it's so hard to say, because there are people out there who want to just write for the sake of writing. And I want to do that, but if you can get paid doing what you love and like sharing with others, like, again, that's like the best of both worlds. Like, I think that that's what I'm going for here. And so if you're someone who's like, no, I don't care about making money at all, I just want to blog to blog, like, more power to you. But that isn't what I want for the long run of my blog. Like, again, I want this to be something that I enjoy and I do and I share and I'm passionate about, but also that is my job, is my career, you know? So, but if I can find ways to not have to do that every single day and be online and post to Instagram daily and do stories and be active and be on Pinterest, you know, like all the things. Yeah. Basically, something has to change. And so I guess my plan for this, so let's talk about my plan. My plan for this is Scott is gone this weekend. He's going up birding with some friends up in the UP in the Upper Peninsula of Michigan. So basically I have 2 days to do this thing. Okay, I don't like actually have 2 days. I'm giving myself 2 days to build this thing, to do all the research that I need, and to just like get this blogging website up and running at its core and like start putting out content. I was reminded by a fellow YouTuber, Carl Broadbent, recently when he said, you know, if he could go back and some of the things he would do differently or mistakes he made, one of them was focusing too much on a theme and putting way too much energy and thought into colors and font and how it's gonna look, and instead of at the core just writing, of putting out really great content that is packed with all the SEO things and just getting content on your website. Like, if he could go back, that's what he would change. And like, that's where I'm at. I need to build this thing. I need to quit getting into all the little details and just do it. Just go and get content out. And I have the content planned, and like, it's not written and ready to go yet, but like, I know the blog posts that I'm writing. So like, that part's taken care of. So just doing this thing and like building it and putting it out there, because it can always change, and it's probably going to change. So that's my next 2 days. Whew. I'm so excited. I'm like, I haven't done any work on my blog, beyond kind of what you guys have seen. Oh, I did do one whole day of it, and I was like exhausted. I was so exhausted. Literally that night, Scott asked me how my day was, and I just burst into tears because it was just so much information. But I haven't done anything really since, because I've just been like building myself up, like getting re-energized to like dive in this weekend and to get it live, like 100% live. And then from there, slowly moving into creating some paid products, some products that I will sell on this specific site for, you know, creating content for blogs, because I found that's a huge barrier for bloggers. Also for like the Instagram side of things, I'm not quite sure yet, but coming up with actual paid products, building that sales funnel from the productive procrastination, not just posting to Instagram and feeling good about it, but like actually putting in the work to create a sales funnel, to start generating leads and building an email list and like communicating with my audience that way. I'm so excited about that, and I can see it, and like, that's what I have the vision for, but I have to get this thing built first. And by this thing built, I mean like this website just up and running, and a place that I can send people and start gaining traffic. Like, oh yeah, first things first, Steph. Like I've thanks for watching this video, because I'm basically just talking to myself, but no, I'm talking it out, and just like what needs to happen, and just sharing with you guys this journey. But one thing that I have learned from all of this, and I am so excited about this and definitely was not expecting it, is that I do want to continue sharing and writing and telling stories on my Each Day Slow blog. So that's the blog that I started blogging with. Well, I started blogging with a few different blogs because I never had a plan for, or really a vision for any of this. But then Each Day Slow was the one where I got pretty serious and committed to it and started writing. And yeah, I don't really know how it's like come to be, but I guess if I had to think about it and tell the story, I have not really promoted Each Day Slow at all. So I have some pins going on Pinterest through Tailwind, and obviously they keep getting picked up by different people, but I wrote a blog post 2 years ago, the ultimate packing list or packing guide to the Boundary Waters. We took a trip to the Boundary Waters in northern Minnesota. It was awesome, and I wrote this blog post about an ultimate packing guide, as well as like different things that you need to know. I wrote a blog post on Petoskey, where I live, in the fall, and an ultimate guide to the Tunnel of Trees. It's this beautiful drive in the area. And all of those blog posts are now like getting hits. And I'm having people go to them and purchase things off of my affiliate links, because a lot of them are like, obviously the Boundary Waters Ultimate Guide has a ton of affiliate links through it of things that we took, obviously. But people are making purchases, and people are finding that, and people are like going to that website. And I am not promoting it, and I don't think I have it very well promoted via SEO on Wix. And it definitely does not have a theme. That blog is all over the place, but people are still finding it. And I guess that for me, like, gives me some confidence and also makes me excited, because I love sharing those stories and I love sharing more of our travels. But I've just always had in mind that you have to niche down. You have to, like, for SEO and Google to find you, you have to have a specific niche. And so like, that's kind of why I went this blogging route, is because that's the thing that I consistently like to talk about. Because before I was like, you know, wanted to be a travel blogger, but like, we're not traveling right now. So I was like, what do I do when we're not traveling, and I'm not traveling all the time, and how do I be this travel blogger if that's kind of like on pause right now? And so it was very confusing, and then I'm like, do I just share life? What do I do? The answer is yes. Actually, I've seen Sunny talking about it a ton now on YouTube. I'll link both her and Carl down below, but Sunny's talked about it. Like, you are a niche. Like, you are your own niche. And so for me, it's like, it is sharing those stories of slow living, of Michigan, of crockpot freezer meals, and that is still going to be my hobby blog, and just like, not even my hobby blog anymore, my lifestyle blog. It's going to be, which it kind of already was, it definitely was already a lifestyle blog, But yeah, I don't want the pressure of that being like the income maker, the money maker for us. Like I want to build this business, this blogging side of it. I want to build this business. But I have found that I love sharing stories and encouraging others and inspiring others, hopefully inspiring others, and just sharing our journey, Scott and I, and our travels and our birding and our just like, I don't know, just soaking in every single moment with others. So I told you I was gonna go kind of all over the place, but basically, yeah, my Each Day Slow blog is on. I think I said before that like I was gonna transfer that a little bit later and then like continue it, but I kind of was like, I don't know how much I'm gonna invest into it and how much time I'm gonna give it because I want to build this other thing. But now I realize that that's going to be kind of like my getaway, that once I master and learn the SEO side of this blogging blog and like build up a business and like feel good about an income coming in, then it will give me that freedom to like write to help and inspire and encourage others. And I can still do you know, I can still make money on it, whether that's through ads or sponsorships that could give us an opportunity to do sponsored trips, or sponsored products. I've actually had sponsored products on that blog, which is awesome. And I really appreciate, go check them out, Sunrise Bliss Towels. I'll link the blog post down below as well as their website. They are located here in Petoskey. I love them. They're organic hair towels. They're awesome. But yeah, it already has kind of opened up those opportunities. So, but again, didn't have that focused niche. But you know what? I'm here for it. Like I want it to continue, and I do now see that blog post with the Boundary Waters. That was 2 years ago, and I haven't promoted it at all, and it is getting traffic. It's my #1 like most viewed article in the last 3 months, I think. So yeah, guys, I don't know how to wrap this up. I don't know if there was a huge point to this other than productive procrastination. Things are changing, and I am going to continue with Each Day Slow. But yeah, just wanted to encourage you today, wanted to share some of my thoughts with you today. Thank you for giving me this space to be able to do that, to create and make videos and share and learn. Just to like learn on this journey with you guys and to share more of the good and the bad and the real. That's what I want to share, is more of the real. So you guys know all this. But yeah, thank you for being here. Let me know part of your own journey. Like, were you able to just like dive in and start creating and doing it? Did you do a lifestyle blog? Did you do an affiliate website? Like what has been your journey? What has worked? What has not worked? What would you do differently? What would you suggest? Woo, all the things. Okay, I guess if I had to sum it up, I am optimistic and excited for the future. And for right now. Like, I don't mean I'm not excited for right now. I just am excited for like what is being built, the direction that this is going, and just like this process has been a long time coming, and I think it's kind of like finally hitting that breaking point of like hopefully a breakthrough, basically. Hopefully there's a breakthrough. You know when you like feel good about something but you can't quite describe it or like pinpoint it, you can't put your finger on it, but like you can feel this energy? That's how I feel. So it's like I feel good about and optimistic and excited for the future, but I can't tell you why because I haven't built anything yet. I don't have anything like physical to send you guys to or to show you, but I can feel it, you know? So, I don't know. Do you know what I mean? Is that weird? Is that just me? No, I know it's not just me. I felt this before when I was getting ready to travel. It was this huge buildup of like talking about traveling and wanting to backpack Europe and wanting to go overseas and like wanting to do this thing, and it was this huge buildup for like months, and then finally I was like, I gotta do something, and I bought a one-way, you know, plane ticket to London. So it was like, it just kind of like climaxed into that point, and then it was like, I'm doing this thing, you know? And so yeah, I feel like that's where it is now. Like I've been talking about this for months, and I've been building it up and engaging and learning and sharing and getting better and just growing, and now it's kind of like at that tipping point. Hopefully. I don't know. Again, can't guarantee. You guys will know in a few short months, but yeah. Anyway, thank you for letting me ramble for another minute. I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Let me know what you think down below. Be sure to like and subscribe, and yeah, just keep going. Keep doing good things. Keep helping others. Keep building each other up. And when you feel down, I don't know what I'm gonna say here. Basically, just like, I think we all know if we should keep pushing through and this is something worth pursuing, or if maybe we have to pivot and go a different direction. But if you're in that hard place of like, should I keep building this? Is it worth it? I'm putting all this time in and it's not going anywhere. Recognizing when you have to change and pivot, but also maybe recognizing when you have to push through. So just want to encourage you with that. Yeah, and hopefully this story or just where I am in my journey helps you in some way. Okay, we will see you guys soon. Oh, real quick, let me know down below also what kind of videos you would like to see. Let me know what you're excited about, what pain points you have with blogging, what you want to know more about. Yeah, some of you have been doing that lately and I really appreciate it. I totally have them written down. They're being scheduled out now, so let me know if there's anything specific that you want to see, okay? Alright, I'm leaving finally. We will talk to you guys later. Have a fantastic day and thanks so much for being here. Bye.